Hey everyone, Average Knife Guy coming at you today with the Swiss Army knife Victorinox Tinker. And I think this is my most carried knife, multi-tool, or really any EDC. This was the beginning of my EDC. I have carried this more than any other anything. It's an amazing little EDC. Start out, we have the main blade. It seems to dull pretty quick, but it takes an edge really easy as well. So I'll sacrifice retention for sharpenability. And you can get it quite sharp. I have nothing to complain about with this blade. So the secondary blade, same thing, just as sharp as the main blade, just a little bit more easily to get in and do some fine work. I have whittled with this. Like I said, it does seem to dull pretty quickly, but you can get it, small jobs done. For the most part, I leave the little guy alone and focus on the big guy. That way I always have an extremely sharp knife with me. Even if I'm wearing basketball shorts and I can't carry a regular pocket knife, I always have this. Next up, we do have the multi-use screwdriver can opener, and I have used this to open cans, and it's a little bit awkward. It gets a little caught sometimes, but it does work, and I've never gone without soup if I needed soup. Now this guy is probably the most used tool on this Swiss Army knife for me, just because I can pry with it, not very heavily. Don't pry super heavy with this, but you can pry and use it as a larger flathead. I've actually probably pried more than I'm supposed to with this, and it held up just fine. Now, probably my least liked feature on this is this screwdriver. I mean, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad to have a Phillips with me at all times, just because you never know. But when you hold it, it's just not very usable. It's just super short. I wish they could implement it where it came out the end. But at least it's there. That's the whole point of a multi-tool, is you have it there. Then you got the awl, which a lot of people I've heard don't really use the awl. As you can tell, mine is all chipped because I actually do use it. I work in retail, so I have to drill holes through plastic every so often, and having this with me is a whole lot easier to pop a hole real quick than going and getting a drill and a drill bit and finding the right size, when most of the time this will get the job done just fine. It is a little brittle, so be wary, but it works, and I've been using it for years and it still works. I've had this guy for probably 7-8 years now, and I've carried it most of that time, and it's been super reliable for me. It's always been there. Whatever you need, he'll take care of it, as long as it's not pliers. The only other tools we have is we have a toothpick, which I tend to use for just little things that I try to, cleaning out the ridges in a ring or something, for example, trying to get in the little intricate little spots and cleaning. So I don't really use that for teeth. And then you got the tweezers. Second most used tool on this with me is the tweezers. There's not a whole lot more to say. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's classic. Swiss Army Tinker by Victorinox. It's an amazing EDC if you're looking for a good small, because I keep this on my keychain. If you're looking for something small you can keep on your keychain that just gives you a little bit of everything and make sure you're never without, man, this guy is good. They make smaller Swiss Army knives, they make bigger Swiss Army knives. they're just an amazing EDC in general. I'd probably stick with Victorinox for Swiss Army knives, just because they tend to make the best. You don't have to worry about the lock failing and having your knife blade go all the way back, and stay away from cheap gas station Swiss Army knives. But I'd 100% recommend this to anyone looking to get into EDC or just have a little bit more variety with their everyday carry. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good day.